This is Joanna Lawson. She was reported missing 3 days ago by her mother when she failed to return home from work. She was last seen on CCTV at Leeds train station at 9 p.m. There, she was approached by this man, James Carson. He approaches her and then they walk off together. Not getting on a train, they just walk off the platform.
And she's never seen again?
That's right. We brought Mr. Carson in for questioning, but unfortunately it's trickier than we thought. Turns out he's got a pretty solid alibi.
Which is?
He was chatting with the barmaid. Took her home afterwards, or so he claims. She confirms everything he says, to the letter. Almost too good to be true.
So, where do I come into this?
Talk to him.
Joe.
Oh, you've got a certain way with these people, getting through to them.
Well, who's running the investigation?
Doyle.
Questionable choice, but who am I to judge? And you think that Doyle will be thrilled with me working her patch?
Look, Angela. If we don't get him, he goes free. And if he's dangerous, who knows who else could get her?
Yeah, I understand. You better give me the file. I'd just like to ask you a few questions about Joanna Lawson.
Okay. But I've already been through it all with the other guy.
And now you can go through it with me. Is that going to be a problem?
No. No, not at all. Not at all. So, at about 9:02 p.m, my train pulled in. And then at about 9:06, I saw Joanna standing on the platform. We were friendly in high school, so, we knew each other. I went over to her, we got chatting, and I suggested we go for a drink. And she accepted, so I ordered us a cab.
What time did you get to the bar?
9:15.
That's just 9 minutes. And in those 9 minutes, you, a man she's not seen for what, 10 years? Persuaded her to go for a drink with you, even though she was tired and needed to get home to her children. You must be very persuasive, Mr. Carson.
Well, what can I say? She was pleased to see me.
Then what happened?
Well, we went into the bar and I did the gentleman thing and I bought her a drink. Just a gin and tonic. And then we were chatted for a bit more and then she went to catch the 10:48.
How did she get back to the station?
Not sure. I was a little preoccupied at that point.
And what does that mean?
Well, the lovely young lady behind the bar, Sophie Rayner.
You went back to hers?
Well, a gentleman never likes to kiss and tell. But seriously, you should talk to her. I'm sure she will confirm everything I've just said, every last detail. In fact, I know she will.
Yeah, definitely something dodgy about him.
Yeah, he's a piece of work.
Yeah.
So what's the next step?
He says he went to school with the victim, so anything that can confirm that, registers, photos, yearbooks, that kind of thing.
I'll get onto them as soon as I get back.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Can I call you Sophie?
Look, I don't know why I'm here. I haven't done anything wrong. Where's my daughter?
She's with a constable in the canteen. You can see her once we're finished here.
Tell me about James Carson. You say you spent the night together.
Yeah. He came to the bar at 9:15 with his friend, and then his friend left, and we got to talking, and we carried on talking, and then at 11:45 is when I stopped serving, and everybody leaves. But he stayed, and I locked up at 12, and we went back to my flat at 12:30.
Right. I'm a bit confused. You see, in your previous statement, you said that he left the pub when you cleared it at 12 and returned to pick you up. So, which is it?
Look, I don't know. He wasn't involved in any of it. I don't know.
And there's that word. It. What exactly is it?
Whatever it is that's happened, look, I've told you I don't know.
This is getting us nowhere.
It only takes 2 minutes, Joe. Come on.
I want to know what you're thinking, talking to my witnesses without my say-so.
Doyle.
Detective Inspector Doyle, to you. Now explain yourself.
Joe asked me to speak to them.
D.S. Duggan seems to have overstepped his authority. We've got the investigation in hand.
We've been at it 3 days with no progress. With respect, Mom, we need someone to work this from a different angle.
We've got enough resources, enough manpower on this already.
The first 72 hours are the most important on a case like this, and you've almost wasted those.
How dare you?
Listen, all you've got are a skittish witness, an inconsistent story, and a suspect that you can't crack.
So what would you suggest?
Focus on Sophie. She's the key to this, and then we use what we get from her to go after Carson. That woman is still out there. She's still alive. Just let me try.
Okay. But I'm not happy about this.
Are you ever? No more lies, Sophie.
I'm not.
Everything you've told us since you've been in here has been a lie. It's time for the truth.
You wouldn't like it.
James.
He doesn't like it when I don't do as I'm told.
I thought you only met him that night.
I met him when we were younger. We have a child together. It was a mistake. He thought it wasn't his and he wanted to get rid of it. I couldn't go through with it. That's when things got worse. He'd accused me of cheating on him and checked my phone all the time. And then when we split, it went really wrong. He'd turn up and invited and threatened me, and he said he'd take the baby away if I didn't do as I was told.
What did he make you do?
He took her to the bar that night because he knew I was working. He made me put something in a drink. And then when it kicked in, he took her outside and put her in the boot of my car. I gave him my keys and he drove off. He has a storage unit. I don't know where it is, but it's got a room and it's soundproof. That's where he takes them.
Them? Are you telling me there's been more than one?
3 others. I've helped with all of them.
I know James is not a very nice man. Please, tell us, is Joanna alive?
You guys want to see this? Am I free to go yet? Because this is all just getting very tedious at this point, isn't it?
Well, let's get to the point then. Your little friend is in the room next door, and we're holding her on attempting to pervert the course of justice.
Look, okay, I'm sure she just got a little confused, a little muddled up, you know, very typical of her.
A woman?
Well, your words.
You don't think much of women, do you, Mr. Carson?
Some of them.
In fact, Mr. Carson, I suspect we make you feel inadequate. Scare the living daylights out of you even. Now why is that? Is that because you're a dud between the sheets? You sit in front of me thinking you know everything, when in fact you don't measure up. Is that why you hate women, James? Why you prey on them? To make yourself feel big? How many times have you done this before, James? How many others?
If you think I killed her, then fucking prove it.
Tell me about your little friend again, in the room next door. When did you first meet?
That night.
So, this isn't you then? Looking very handsome there, James, in your school tie. Oh look, there's Joanna Lawson, a couple of feet away.
I already told you that we met in school.
But you didn't tell us that Sophie Rayner went to school with you too. And that is all the proof we need.
You don't scare me.
Oh, but I think I do. You see, right now, you're guilty of kidnapping and false imprisonment. And if Joanna Lawson is dead, I'll make sure they throw away the fucking key. Now, last chance. Where is she?
There's a storage unit on Ivy Road. But I suggest that you hurry because I'm not quite sure what you'll find when you get there.
She didn't make it.
I'm sorry, Angela.